Oh, wow.
Well, let's start it again.
Why they talking like they go? Just don't provoke me, cause I don't need no cellmate. I'm in a two-seat, doing drops like a mailman. This ain't no hoopty, ass she riding, she's a hell yeah. No, I won't lose sleep about no pussy, I'm like farewell. Yeah. I'm outside. I know how it feel to see your homie switch sides. I know how to put that Rolls Royce shit in drive. I know how to load a clip and shoot, we gotta ride. You ain't gotta lie to me, baby, no. You know it's a vibe every time we catch him off sides, he won't make it, no. Money on my mind, I can't get it all. I've been outside.
And on
We've been outside, but we inside. Ken Dog. And who was the person who actually found that? Quest
Business Consultants.
I gotta holler at Quest, man. We gotta give him a wrench. He was on it. He was on it. Shout out to Quest from IG, man. Make sure you hit me up on the IG. We're gonna make sure you a wrench, bro. You caught that. But look, listen, we're still early in the program. It don't matter to me. You know what I mean?
It gave me some time to set up.
You know, IG fam,
get my coffee.
You know what I mean?
Give me some time,
we got it. We got it, bro. We got it.
So we're good.
You see, listen, we had a hiccup right now, but it's all good because God works for us, right? My man Kenny got his coffee steaming right now. Welcome to the show. This is the Morning Hustle. I'm actually happy that I started the show with you now. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually happy. So listen, guys, this is the Morning Hustle. So welcome back to another show. And I got to do my little jingle, man, because there's nothing better. The best part of waking up. It's Trupod in my cup. Look at that, man.
Is that a Starbucks? Is that a Starbucks I see?
It's a Starbucks today, Ken. It's a Starbucks today. Usually I make my cafecito at the crib. You know how it is, man. But today it was a fast morning, and I had to hit the ground running. So yeah, let's talk about what we've been talking about for the last probably 20 minutes on IG. Listen, I just came on today, and now that Kenny's with me on the start of the show, we wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the direct filing program. Of course, we always segue into other spaces and topics here, but wanted to start out with the direct file program. What is that? The IRS is offering. What does that entail? Is that gonna impact me as a tax preparer, a business owner, and as a tax client? What does that entail? What am I doing? It's free, but what else is going on? You know, free is always good, right? Is it though? You know what I mean? A lot of other things come with free. So we want to just kind of like poke at this direct filing program and see what exactly entails. All right, so I want to first say, not all the states in the country are participating in the direct filing program. Okay, so we're going to start with that first. There's only a certain amount of states that are going to be participating in this, and I'm going to go ahead and give them to you now. And if you're not in that state, then I guess that has minimal impact on you. Of course, the IRS has always offered third-party ways for you to file. But this is something new. This is something that's going to be actually directly with the IRS, and that's the big difference. $80 billion were received, you know, and the IRS is going to allocate, I think, about $250 million towards this direct filing program and see where this goes. Early stages. So I know this is kind of a concern for client and tax preparers, but I don't think it's a big concern in any way as far as business goes for the tax preparers. And as far as the clients, I'm not going to say that this is going to solve all of your tax problems. This is a limited pilot, meaning that it's limited to a certain amount of criteria. And if you don't fall within those criteria, you won't be able to file your taxes with this direct filing program anyway. Okay, so let's go ahead and chop it up and tell them the states. Participating states for the direct file pilot are Arizona, California, Florida, Massachusetts. Shout out to my Boston family out there, all my K-Birds. All right, Nevada. All right, Las Vegas, I knew they were going to be in it. New Hampshire, New York. Okay, see, this is a little closer to home now. Tri-state right here. So we got the New York and South Dakota. That came out of nowhere, South Dakota. Tennessee, shout out to TriStar Boxing. And Washington State. Shout out to my man Yeti. And Wyoming. So again, Arizona, California, Florida, Massachusetts, Nevada, New Hampshire, New York, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Washington State, Wyoming. Those are the participating states. So if those states weren't named, you don't even got to worry about that. All right. Now, where we had left off actually was we were talking about states.
Sorry, that's more or less Al for those on the YouTube side. What you're speaking of is more or less something that kind of already exists with TurboTax. So it's a program that's going to allow you to file your own taxes directly with the IRS. This exists. This is a market that exists. It's just going to be for a selective few, free of charge. I have not really looked into it as deep. Probably Al can touch on this. Is there any type of fee? Is there even a filing fee, electronic filing fee?
No, the program is absolutely free. Now the criteria is this though. Now, if you could just mute yourself so that at the back, that back feedback is not coming back into the show.
Gotcha.
All right. So there you go. So now the criteria, right? So types of income, tax credits, and deductions. This is what the pilot, this is the phase it's in right now. It's not able to do your business taxes and your itemized deductions. So if you have a W-2 wage income, yes, you'll be able to use this pilot in those participating states. If you have SSA 1099, RBR, that's the railroad retirement income. If you have 1099G, unemployment compensation, 1099 interest income, of 1,500 or less. If you have these incomes, you will be able to file with the direct file program. And credits also are limited to these. Earned income tax credit will be calculated, the child tax credit, and also the credit for other dependents. Deductions, standard deduction, no itemized. Student loan interest and educator expenses. Those are the criteria that you're going to be able to calculate. If you're not within those scopes, then you won't be able to take care of your taxes. Okay. The pilot is not an option, again, for the gig economy or business income. Itemized deductions is a no-go.
Like I said, this exists.
Hold on real quick. I got to turn you down here. Yeah. Speak. Yeah, your mic is off. You got to turn it back on.
There's a limited service for a group of people that qualify. That's very limited. That's kind of like a straightforward W-2, no type of programs or type of extra services, which is fine. There's people in this space right now that still require the help of a professional, and we're always here to help.
Absolutely. And that's something that I wanted to point out, because again, even though you're able to file for free, remember it's not a replacement of your actual tax preparer who's been kind of guiding you along the way in whatever journey you've had in tax wise. And of course, you're responsible ultimately for whatever's information you're inputting. So all liabilities will fall on the client again. So there's some little innuendos within this direct filing program that, people, as far as clients or tax preparers, can take a look at and kind of gauge how much real impact that's going to have. And again, this is a program where you're going to have to give them your identity. Well, you're going to give your identity anyway to when you file, but you have to verify your identity with them. And I mean, look, I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but if you're trying to file your taxes and do your taxes, especially if you're doing business, and this program is not even available for business partners yet, but I mean, I know personally, I would rather. Why would I file with them when they have kind of like skin in the game? You know what I mean? I don't know. This just my.
Al, one of the things that I do, and we talk about this all the time when it comes to the scam world in our space. For those that do go with this route or anything, if you just go to any other preparer, just always keep in mind and always make sure that at the bottom of your tax return and the PDF that you receive, that it says filed by and the person's information is there, their license number is there, everything is there. Because what can happen is uh, with a free space, and for instance, I come to you, you're a tax preparer, I have a regular W-2, I have everything that allows me to file this particular tax return. You can go ahead and file my taxes directly with the IRS for free and
All
still
right. So Quest Business saying no sound aware on
on
the actual.
IG. I muted myself from Instagram.
Oh, okay. That's what it was.
So
All right.
that's part of what it is. But like I said, keep in mind when you do file your taxes that the person is providing uh actual copy with that person's as the preparer. Reason for that is if they go ahead and file your taxes on this free platform, you show up as the preparer, not them. And now you're responsible for any false information. Just something to keep in mind.
Yeah, good practices, right, Kenny? I mean, I was just mentioning before we weren't live on YouTube. I was mentioning, hey, Kenny's been a tax partner for a few years now, and maybe such as like what you just said. Now, there's some little tidbits of information or know-hows that you can give for existing tax partners or maybe pet tax partners that just come on that'll help them in preparation, right, for this tax season. I know that ADP is already sending out W-2 forms. So I think that we could segue into maybe, touching base with clients, right? How important it is. If you hadn't been doing it before the new year, how important it is to do it this first week of January before the actual filing opens up electronically with the IRS. So what can you tell us or give us this morning regarding that? Preparation with clients, because I think that especially with the new partners is client acquisition, being able to obtain those clients and being able to retain those clients.
Al, hold that thought. Give me 2 seconds.
Don't worry about it. So yeah, like it's one of my concerns, right? Because client acquisition is it's not talked about as much as I would want. And I think I'm just going to take the opportunity to talk about it on the show, especially with the new partners that are just coming on. I think that it's very important, for you to be able to write a list of the people that you feel are within your circle that you can offer your services to. It sounds way better on YouTube. Everyone needs to come here live. See, my man Martin Fulco know what's going on. Listen, you probably can't jump off the phone, but maybe you can. All right. Just open up that other app. All right. Open up that other app. All right. It's called the YouTube app, and just go to Trupod. And guess what? You could even leave it playing. Well, unless you don't got the premium, you know what I mean? Then you're going to get hit with the ads. But flip over to the YouTube app and come listen to us over here, man. The sound is great. I can't say how much I appreciate the IG family, though. Swaggy, Angie in the building. Shout out to her. Build positive relationship is key. Quest Business, of course. So building positive relationships, right? Being able to come on. Oh, shout out to Melissa Ann. Jumped on the YouTube. That's what I'm talking about. I want you all over here, man. I want to interact with you on YouTube.
Al, you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. Check me back
Perfect.
on. Let me bring Ken Dog back on. Okay. Now, yeah, so we're talking about just client acquisition, how to retain clients, how to stay in touch with clients, how important it is to really follow up with clients. And maybe you could just share with us some of your practices, Kenny, and give us kind of an insight on what you do during this tax season.
I was actually having this conversation with a client yesterday, a potential client, someone that came by the pizzeria, and we started talking. And I tell them this. I don't know. I take the personable approach. I think building relationships with the client is my route as far as, and we talk about this all the time, Al, and you see it with us internally where clients call us for absolutely everything, right? We're at the dealership with them. We're at their home purchasing process. We're at pretty much their firstborn's.
Yeah, it's almost like you're walking little bro, little sis, right? Like
exactly. So, and that comes from building relationships. when they feel comfortable to call you for absolutely everything that has to do with their personal life and finances. Uh, that is um, my approach with every single client.
So would you say that educating your clients is something that
Correct.
creates not only that relationship, that personalized relationship with your client, but it also kind of like promotes that trust, right?
Right. So it's funny because I remember John will always say, teach them so that in August you can enjoy your vacation, right? So that was always the approach I took from day one. Is let me give this particular person as much information as possible so that they understand the way this world works. And result, there's less questions throughout the year, which is like a simple approach, right? Great, I get it, makes sense, it works. But what I realized is that the more information you're giving someone and you're teaching them, and they're experiencing like financial benefit from this information, now they're hungry. So now they're calling you for absolutely everything, which, like I was explaining to this person yesterday, is that's perfectly fine because now we're speaking the same language, right? So at first you're kind of like the student, I'm the teacher. Eventually you have so much information, you go off into your world and you conduct your own business. When you come back, now the conversation is like two business people working, talking together. You good?
No, I get it, and it makes a lot of sense. Of
and,
course, you
and, and
know.
that's when you build that those relationships with your clients. That's where the retention is. It's not going to be 100% with 100% of your clients, but if you can keep your core clientele base, you're always going to have like a revolving door where you might drop one or two, but then you get them back or you pick up five more, and
So
that's how
let's
you grow.
So let's go real quick because it goes along with exactly what you're saying. RP, shout out to RP, shout out to the whole YouTube family activated on the live chat. That's what I'm talking about. I'm looking for to give out some wrenches. All right. So if you guys jumping on this live, man, if I see you guys are really, really with it, man, listen, send me your email. I'll make you a wrench. You'll be a moderator here on the live chat. Now let's get to this comment, right? RP with the Superman avatar says something I do is continuous outreach to check in on their finances throughout the year. If they're just a tax client, to see if there are any changes that I can assist them with. All right. All right. So yeah, look at that. It's a continuous outreach, which is important. You never want to just kind of have a client and just, you know, basically just hit them up 1 week before taxes are going to be filed. You want to build that relationship. And of course, you don't want to come off so much as a salesman.
No.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes that can actually turn off a potential client,
Mhm.
So what you want to do is like what my man Kenny says, you want to educate your clients. That creates a bridge. It builds that bridge of trust, and you're able to, communicate with that tax client a lot smoother. And the more educated they are, the more they know what they have to bring, obviously, to get their taxes filed. So in a continuous outreach, you're keeping that little seed in that person's mind about you. You know what? He reached out to me. Happy holidays. He reached out to me during Christmas. Merry Christmas. These are the little things that separate the salesmen and the actual client acquisitioners from the ones that just kind of like leave it up to chance.
Yep.
So it's very important to do this.
You got to understand that these people's most personable information, right? So at this point, their kids' names, their uh, grandparents' names. You're having conversation. This is life. This is not a sales pitch. This is not a car. You're not sitting with them for an hour at the dealership and they go on and come back 3-4 years later. You're sitting with them and you're going over one of the most important things, which is their taxes. You know their situation. You know them personal. So take the time to build that relationship. Like I said, that is what to me, is the number one key to retaining your clients. And another thing I always tell people, I've been saying this probably like 10 times this week. Reintroduce yourself. Shout out to Hector. That's crazy. I just said it and he just jumped on the live. Reintroduce yourself every single day. You reintroduce yourself, right? You reintroduce
Yeah,
yourself to the people that know you, and you introduce yourself to people that never seen your day in your life. And that's how you continue to grow your brand.
absolutely. RP back with another one says, and for the new tax partners, don't get stuck with the virtual preparer status. Be present, face to face, y'all. A
Right.
lot of people like to just like, hey, I'm just gonna put it up on IG. Just I said I did the work. It's almost like you throw your fishing line in right? You already threw the line in there, but
You got to stir the
what else are you doing? Are you moving down the river? You know what I'm saying? Are you using different bait? What are you doing to acquire these clients? And a lot of times, we want to fall into the digital world. Listen, I'm not saying that you can't acquire clients using your digital platforms. I'm not saying that. Far from it. What I'm saying is that you have another pool right around you in those circles that I've mentioned before. You have your inner circle, there's another outer circle, and then there's another one out there where you have to actually go out there and actually introduce yourself to people to actually acquire clients. But you have the people that you interact with daily. You have your family members, right? And your close friends who are in the inner circle. So there's places to be personable. And is actually a great place to start, especially in your inner circle, because you can actually use it as practice, right? So that when you do got to go and acquire and introduce yourself to new clients, potential clients, you would have had a little bit of practice doing that.
Look,
so staying personable, very important.
correct. And to touch on that, Al, something that I tell my clients on the consulting side and the brand development side of my business is you are a brand. You are a brand. Keep this guys in mind. You are a brand. Even if you're not in the tax world, even if you're just a regular, just whatever it is that you do, you have to vision yourself as a brand. When you're with your friends, when you're at Christmas dinner with your family, you are a brand. Because if you do not carry yourself as such, then they would not see you as such. Right? Just keep that in mind.
Branding is huge.
So it's, for instance, you always have that one friend that asks you for, they're looking for a job, and you know them personally, and you're like, I don't think I'll refer them to this job, right? Because they're not showing me they can, they're gonna make me look bad. We always have that one friend, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, right. We always have that one friend, right? So that starts with your inner circle. If your inner circle doesn't see potential in you, then the outer circle is just you're stuck. You just drowned it, right? So always keep in mind, no matter where you see me, Al, I crack a million jokes. Believe it or not, I'm always cracking jokes. But along that line, there's always a business mind or a business conversation or some type of creative conversation that I'm having.
Buy that time forward.
We're back. So just that is even to build your clientele. Just understand that every single person is a potential client. So always have that business mindset. And even if you have a business, you can have a successful business, right? And you might want to grow. You might have, look, I know investors that won't take your money because they don't see the potential in you, and all they want is your actual money. So who you are as a person shouldn't be in question. Trust me, it's still in question, right? So just understand that if you're navigating in this space, you are a brand. Be clear of that, and always, not saying to be robotic, but always keep that in the back of your head that you are a brand. You are selling a service. You are selling yourself as a person. Your job is to develop that trust between you and every person you come across. That is key. That's basically the secret to how I move. And Al, you see it.
No, definitely. I see it. Branding is important, and actually having your brand out there, in the faces and the ears of the people is very important. Again, can't stress it enough, especially when you're coming on as a new tax partner, or And this falls into any new entrepreneur that's trying to establish their business. They forget about the salesman side of the actual business. You may be good at everything else, putting taxes together. You might be great at it. You may be great at computers and software and all that, but I can't stress it enough how important it is to also touch into that salesmanship part of you. Whoa, what's
Sorry about
that? Now let's go real quick before I get into what I was going to say. RP had something else to say, man. I'm just going to showcase him because he's active on the live chat. All right. And when you're active on the live chat,
who's our guy RP? Do we know RP?
RP, I just found out it's Quest.
Quest.
I mean, Quest is in the building and he's handling his handle right now. I'm going to show him some love, right?
Quest he says our new partners, correct?
I'm not aware if he's one of the new ones. He's speaking like he's a veteran, but
no, it's cool. Quest, you hit us up on the YouTube.
On the YouTube.
Hit us up on the YouTube.
Let us know if you're
when you joined and
how's the journey been? RP, think of your name the same way you think of Nike,
right.
or Polo, Louis Vuitton, Rolls Royce. Those products sell themselves because of great branding. All right. So again, can't stress it enough, right? You guys go out there, you buy all the fancy schmancy stuff. You're paying for the name. All right. So add value to your name, promote your name, and promote your services as much as you can. And again, I'm going to stress the salesman part of being an entrepreneur, and I know that sometimes that can be stressful in any entrepreneurial venture. Of course, we talk about partnerships, and we talk about the Truthful Taxes partnership and what it takes, and the cost that entail it. I think with real planning, it doesn't have to be the type of headache that you make it out to be in your head, right? When you got plans in place, when you're actually doing your due diligence and you're actually really taking into account the salesman's side of opening up a new business. Whoa, we got Kenny on the ones and twos. Kenny got a DJ equipment for Christmas, man. He over here live right now hitting jammies.
I'm about to drop a mixtape.
He's dropping an R&B mixtape
after tax season.
After tax season. Now, just messing with you.
Brandon. That's Brandon.
That's Brandon. All right. So, so I can't stress it enough in the salesman part of it. I had a tax partner that I had a friend of mine who is looking to become a tax partner. He was kind of late in the game asking, questions and things like that. So he was going to hop on for this one. But then he decided that he was going to plan better, right? And he was going to just kind of like look into things more so he could have a better understanding. Some people work differently. Others can jump into something right away and kind of swim. Others need to plan a little bit more. And, there's nothing wrong with planning, and there's nothing wrong with making sure that your financial situation is secured. So, when I tell you about sales and client acquisition within the tax partnership, if you're a new tax partner, make sure that before you come on, and obviously you're going to do whatever you want. And the advice I give is for those who want to take it and whoever thinks that it might be something that is applicable to their life. But of course, you want to make sure that you have that list of clients at least written down. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and look at the camera. At least before you jump on, make sure you have a list, or maybe you applied for the partnership, or you jumped into the partnership and you're looking to start the courses, or maybe you did your courses in December and maybe you're doing the ones in January, whatever it may be. And for those that are coming on right now during tax season, you have prime time to be able to make sure that any fees that you have to pay for the partnership, which what those fees are, you have the time right now to actually acquire that money through this tax season through client acquisition. So if you joined and you know that you're going to have the first month, all right, of fees coming in, that all you have to do is worry about one or maybe two clients, right? Let's just say you had one client for that month of January. If you had just one client, you would be able to cover that 1 month cost of whatever fees that you're incurring, right? Now, imagine you during tax season. I know you guys know more. If you especially if you're deciding to go ahead and participate in this partnership and you feel like you really got a shot, right, to be successful, you want to be able to make that list and then call the people on that list, touch base with people on that list, and then make sure that you're really, really in the face and you're putting your name and your brand in the faces of those clients, because there's tax people everywhere. And 9 out of 10 times that person was already going to another tax partner. So how are you going to differentiate yourself from everyone else that's been serving those clients that now you want to attain? The way you do that is by branding, is by going the extra mile. It's not about just posting one time on IG and then just leaving it to chance to somebody to call you. You have to be a go-getter. You have to be a hunter. All right. You got to go acquire these clients. So if you're able to, yeah, I'm ranting right now, but if you wanted to add on something, Kenny, go ahead.
No. I look. I think that everything you're saying, I think I lead with example when it comes to what you're saying. It's every single day, like you said, it's a combination of things. It's not just digital. It's personable. It's everything is move with purpose, be strategic. So my guy Joe Reed, shout out Joe Reed from LA. Hey Liana, Horizon 360 in the house. So this is on the Instagram world, but like I said, it's
IG family.
It's a combination of things that must be consistent. If you want to have some consistency in the digital social media world, someone by the name of Ty Lauren mentioned that it's 5 stories per day, at least minimum of 2 posts per week. That is just being modest. It should be more. That's consistent every single day. That is a job. Trust me, I do it myself. It is a job, but it's necessary. What happens is that that is part of what I said earlier, the reintroducing yourself every single day to a group of people. That is now paired with being social, putting yourself out there, going to events that you don't want to go to, pulling up to birthday dinners that you don't feel like going to baby showers that you don't care to be there. That is all part of it. Yes, you're enjoying life, but in return, if you move as a brand, you're eventually in front of more people. A lot of people say, what was one of the reasons why I opened up a pizzeria? Guess why? Right? It's another form of investment, but you also in front of people. If you do it the right way, eventually those people would transform into clients.
Potential clients. That's right.
Potential clients. So,
shout out to RP again, bro. He says since 2020, he's been a tax partner. 2020. So shout out to RP, man. Has been with us.
He's been around. He's been in the
around.
work.
So he knows a little bit of the ins and outs also that works. I kind of knew too, man, because the way he was speaking.
Yeah, he was talking.
He's got the experience.
Gotcha. So
and again, yeah, look, I'll just finish with this, right? So I can finish the rant, right? I just want to make sure that, you know, that when that you understand when you're going to build a business, all right? This is, first of all, entrepreneurs building businesses, and whoever's actually built the business or tried to, or is an entrepreneur, knows that the first 2 years are usually the rough years, right? They don't need to be. See, a lot of the times we speak about what other people feel it is or what the norms are, but it doesn't need to be that harsh on you, especially for those that are coming onto the tax partnership and are transitioning from another job, you know, that want to go ahead and maybe ultimately have that life where they can just stay home and really make all the money that they were making at their job, and plus more. Obviously, we want more. Now, that transition, how long does it take? You got to be a realist. You got to be a realist when you're jumping into things. You know, the transition from you know, let's say somebody that's making $40,000 a year, you know, the transition over to a tax partner and you trying to supplement that and ultimately let go of your job and be your own boss, right? It can happen. It can happen within the first year. It can happen within 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. It's all up to you. It's the amount of time that you put in into actually growing your business. So let's not kid ourselves around that. You're going to get as much as you put in. All right. And Kenny's a big believer in this. You're going to get as much as you put in from this business, you'll get out of it. So acquiring clients is a big deal. I know for tax partners that are coming in. So this is my advice. I'll leave it like this, Ken, right? For anybody that
I'll touch on that.
Yeah, anybody that's coming in as a tax partner and are really looking to really invest in themselves. All right. The tax partnership has offered to cover the upfront cost. All right. Now, this is a huge opportunity, right? I don't think you guys know what you're actually You're investing in yourself. So when they cover the costs up front, you got 50 hours of education, right? You got the support. You got everything you need, a business in a box afterwards. That's all an investment in you. All right. Now, of course, you're investing in yourself and you are looking to make more money, because one of the major reasons that people come onto the tax partnership is because they want to live that life that they want to live, and they want to work for themselves, and they want to make good money, because this business, you can make good money. But in order for you to make this money, you have to have a client list, because you can know all you know about taxes. If you are not working hard to build a client list that's going to cover your costs for the year, all right, you're going to find yourself under pressure. And that's okay, because you're coming into a partnership probably because you want to make more money, not because you want to incur debt. But remember, you're not incurring debt. You're investing in you. What you have to do is plan so that those fees are not a detriment to what you're trying to build. You're trying to build more money. You're trying to build a business that's going to make you money. But if you're not going out there and really trying to acquire these clients, I can see where many will fail, because they would have failed in not acquiring the clients that can cover that cost. So how important is it for you to build this list? I can't stress it enough. I can't stress it enough. And we all come from different facets of life, different monetary situations. But I can honestly say that nobody wants to incur debt. But again, you're not incurring a debt. You're investing in yourself. And if you are building that client list, all right, to cover that cost, if you have those 20 people, all right, and 20 people will bring you way past the cost of the actual monthly fees. It'll bring you way past that, because we're not including all the other. I'm only going by tax prep fees, not the electronic filing fees. So ask yourself this: am I ready to jump into this tax partnership? Have I totally prepared, or am I just jumping on because they're giving me something free? You understand? So make sure that you prepare yourself so that you can be successful in this tax partnership. And if you do not want to incur that debt, make sure that you're building a client list. Hey, listen, you might not know nothing about taxes, but you can start reaching out to those inner, outer, and outer circles in order for you to have an idea of what community or what group or what people you're going to be serving. But I ran. What's up, Ken?
So I'm gonna piggyback on that, but I'm gonna be a little bit more generic to just overall business, because I have these conversations. Like I said, this is what I do. I have these conversations every day, right? The ones that you see successful in this space, in our space right now, and in just overall business, is that they take the approach of, okay, let me reword this exactly how I worded yesterday. Stop taking the approach of it being a side hustle. You feel me? So stop taking the approach of this being, or anything that you're getting into, as a side hustle. Your client base is going to see it as such and not respect it, right? So if you take the approach of this is a side hustle, this is something I'm trying, this is something then you're limiting yourself. This goes for anything. This is not just for what we do. This goes for, t-shirt line, hat line, you sell hoodies, whatever it is. I know people that make $300,000 a month selling hats, right? And I know people that don't do $30,000 a year selling hats. The different approaches that one person is taking it as an actual business. They're branding it as a actual business. When the other person is like, hey, this is my side hustle, right? Believe it or not, the one that's taking it as a side hustle has a better brand. But the approach of it being a side hustle is limiting yourself. Now you're limiting yourself to your friends and family to help, right? Don't You have to think outside of, I'm not gonna say outside the box, but yes, outside of the world you live in, right? You tend to focus even that client list, right? You're initially looking at the closest people to you. I'm here to tell you that there's a bigger world out there than the 10 blocks that you navigate through on a daily basis, right? And every single person is a potential. So if you're gonna get into the tax world, don't approach it as, I'm trying this thing, I'm trying this little thing, it works. Let me see. To be honest with you, if you're not promoting yourself, if you're not borderline out there like the Liberty guy flipping the sign during tax season to get clientele, then you're doing something wrong. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to work. And that goes for any type of business. Right?
Absolutely.
If you see myself every single day, you know what I'm doing. You know what I represent. You know which brands I'm working with because every single day is in your face. Right?
And this is where the digital aspect of it is.
That's the digital. Now,
everybody's on digital, so put it out there in their face, right?
Correct. But when you run into me and you see me and you pull up on me, and it's the same conversation. I'm either going to have it on, I'm either going to have it on, or I'm going to speak about it every single day.
Nah, right? I see DG,
so
Wahisa. You're branded all the way.
I'm always branding. It's always branding. Does it work? Who knows? I say it does. It's paying my bills.
Yeah. But no, it works. It's work because it's proven.
It ultimately doesn't happen overnight. This is a couple of years of just grinding every single day, and eventually, you see the result. I'll tell you this much: I never take the approach of it being a side business.
Yeah, right? No.
There's a whole bunch of people that I know on the tax partner side and on the business side that I know they have a business. I know they do taxes. I know they have XYZ. And I know this personally. Nobody else knows because they're not.
Okay. Looks like my man Kenny went out. I think the power went out, but it's all good. We still got him on the IG. So let's bring him on through the IG. All right. Let's see if we got him. We got him. Man. All right, Kenny. We're gonna wait for you to come back on once that power back on. We got him still on the IG, so you can go ahead and speak on IG to the IG group. Or I think my man's went out. It's all good, Kenny. Listen, while we bring you back onto the show, we're gonna read the comment that I have up on the screen right now. My man RP came back and says, so many people have fear of being taken advantage of by tax pros. Sometimes you have to prove yourself to a new client. Reviews on Google or the site helps. Okay, so there again, Google. All right, Google. If you're already a pre-existing tax partner and you actually had some some very good preps there that you know that your client will be privy, or excuse me, not privy, but or maybe willing to go do that Google review, send out an email. Listen, make it very, very, very simple. Make sure the steps to get to the Google review are very, very simple. Send them the link directly to the Google review. Make it as simple as possible for that client to give you that Google review. Don't just tell them, hey, give me a Google review. Bro, we're living in the time where all the attention is being taken from you at every given second. All right. You got to be in these people's faces. You can't just set it and forget it. All right. Shout out to Johanna Maldez, I think. All right, Kenny, I can't hear you real quick, but I'm going to try to bring you back on the show through IG. Hold on. Give me a thumbs up if you hear me in the Instagram space. Well, they hear you, but I got to bring you back on now. Because you wildin'. It's all good, though. We okay with it, Kenny. You know what I'm saying? We all love Kenny. Hold up. Bam. All right. Let's make sure that. Okay. Airplay. All right, we're doing something went wrong. I'll tell you what went wrong. There we go. All right. All right, Kenny. Kenny, you back on?
I'm here.
All right, I got you
I'm
live. You see
back
what
on.
I do? I work magic in this place, bro. Kenny's back on the IG family. Let's bring him on. See the city. New York,
IG,
New York, New York.
Tax and revenue.
All right. All right, so shout out to Jose V too for stopping by, man.
What's I'm assuming you're
okay, wait a minute. He's back on with us on the stream. Chill, champ.
I'm assuming.
All right, but your microphone's off. It's all good.
Let me know your name so we know who we're talking of.
All right, so
I want to answer your question.
All right, you want to answer questions? I got you. Hold up. Bang, bang, bang. All right, we'll go ahead and take off RP up there. Bring back the other camera. Okay.
Tax and revenues, yes.
So you have
What's your name?
yes, new truthful taxes partner.
Some info.
Okay. All right, so the new truthful taxes partner. All right, Kenny.
What's your name?
I'm gonna have you actually.
Okay, Jocelyn. I'm saying it correctly, Jocelyn.
Jocelyn.
Okay,
I'll mute your guest because they chose to mute themselves. Oh, so you muted yourself through the computer then, right?
I'm gonna unmute myself.
Yeah, mute yourself. That way I can have your clear sound, okay?
All right. So look, I'm gonna tell you something that you probably won't believe.
Yeah.
I am super shy.
What?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
Right.
Report just in.
Shy.
Kenny's shy.
I am shy. I am reserved. I think it gets confused by a lot of things, but I technically am reserved. If I'm in a space, I usually takes a while for me to get comfortable, open up. I usually like to hang out with people like Champ, Al. You always see me with John because they like to speak to everyone. Once they open up the conversations, then I do my thing. But for the most part, I'm reserved. I'm shy. I like to play the background in the cut. Right. So it's rare that I initiate conversation. So believe it or not, I'm shy. Jocelyn.
Joanna, if the service is bad, Joanna on IG, if the service is bad, head on over to the YouTube channel. Channel, Trupod YouTube channel. You could interact on the live chat there. The sound quality is amazing, much better than IG. So if you want to come show us some love, please head on over to the Trupod channel and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, notification bell. Doesn't cost you a thing, but helps us with the visibility of the show. And it gives us, more eyes on this program.
Exactly.
Remember, we're building this community for you guys and us. This is us. This is where we commune. This is where we share information. This is where we get to talk about the things that maybe we don't talk about with other people, right? Because not everybody's in it with us. But in this, we are all in it together, right? Kenny, Truthful Taxes Partnership. How many of us are there? Hundreds.
400.
How
can we stop the echoing? I'm hearing myself on both.
I'll tell you how you stop echoing. You turn all your volume off on your phone.
Yeah. But they hear the echo.
They hear the echo? Well, they're hearing the echo coming out of your. Now you have a headset on right now, right?
Yeah.
Now are you receiving the sound through your headset?
Yes.
Okay, so then there shouldn't be any sound coming out of there to affect the IG. If the sound is going to your headset, you're good.
They're saying that it's echoing. But Jocelyn, back to if you hear echo, just give me a thumbs up.
You know what? I'm just gonna shut you off again from IG. All right, echo should be gone now, hopefully.
Got it. So look, Jocelyn, if you want any more information, just hit me up on IG. I can give you a whole bunch of feedback. But yes, I tend to be shy. I tend not to initiate conversation at first. What it's gone. Good. So this is one of the things I did, right? I just mentioned I like to hang out with people like Alex, right? And John, because they'll start a conversation with the poll, right? It doesn't matter. Light poll, they're talking, the light poll talks back. I've seen it happen with my own eyes. I love that for them. I usually have to wait until I see something where I'm comfortable.
Kenny's an observer. It's like
I'm
we're playing
observing.
double dutch. Kenny's like,
I'm just there observing, right? So what happens is, I'm sure, Jocelyn, you have some friend, a cousin, a sister, a brother, an aunt that is like Alex and like John, right? They can talk to everyone. Those are what I call my new business partners. I will do their taxes for free. In return, they're out there talking for me.
mm,
So that's what I did early on. Especially when I wasn't really 100% comfortable, I was still treating this as my side hustle.
yo, let me bring it back right there because I like the way you said that, right? A lot of people are consider they're even when they come on, right? It's almost like, yeah, this is my side hustle. A friend of mine that was interested in, and hopefully he'll be coming on the next courses, right? I told him, I'm like, listen, once you sign up, you literally gotta just jump into those shoes. You're a tax preparer, especially after you finish the actual 50 hours of education and everything else that goes along with the program. You'll be much readier and more willing to say I am a tax partner or a tax preparer then, right? But like I feel like as soon as you decide that this is something that you feel like it's going to change your life and this is what you want to do, whether it be a side hustle, my friend, because you might have a great job and you just want some extra money and you said, hey, during tax season, if I can make an extra 10 to 20,000, maybe even more, because the numbers could get crazy, guys, and this is real numbers. So if an extra 25 grand or 20 grand a year is something you want and that's where you want to stop, that's up to you.
You want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
I probably touched on this a few times on the pod, but we all know Antonio Crespi, right? Antonio Crespi is probably our number one producer at Truthful Taxes for a couple of years now. He initially joined the partnership to make $10,000 to build his deck in the backyard.
Report just in, just to make the
Just to
just
build
to make it. You see what I'm saying?
That's all. That's it.
That's where the dream started.
That's where the dream started. And right at that moment,
where it started.
It's documented because it was, if I'm not mistaken, that was probably the first ever Truthful Taxes class, first or second. I think it was the second class ever. I know I was probably the third class. It was a very small group. It was just pretty much myself, Chris.
Can you believe that, bro? I mean, I just want to make sure everybody on IG and everybody on YouTube is listening. And to those who will be listening to this program later, it all started with Antonio just wanting to build Pops an extra deck. Right? Himself a deck. He wanted to buy stuff to build it himself.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. How small the idea was, right?
His idea was if I could make $10,000 so I could build my backyard, my deck, then I'm great. And this is documented. It's probably gonna be in the Truthful Tax documentary in a couple of years from now. John laughed and said, "You're gonna make way more than $10,000."
Yeah, I remember.
Fast forward. Antonio is Antonio. He's Antonio. I don't even know. This guy's driving in Range Rovers and 4 properties and
absolutely. But how much time and effort though was done?
Him a couple. Oh, this guy's killing. He doesn't sleep. All right. So
how much time and effort and dedication did it take? And
he did one thing. He did one thing from the beginning, which I did not do. Right. So when I speak, it's from the experience of either seeing someone do it or me myself fucking up, which I do often. Right.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes, right? People.
So he took the approach of he is a business from day one. He is the Crespi Tax Group from day one. There was no side hustle thing. Like even though he had his job and he had his thing, he took the approach of this is what I do.
He personified himself with that. You know what I mean? This is who he is.
And back to what I'm saying, he utilized someone that lastly, so as a business that is known for meeting in person. I think everyone comes and thinks. So this is cool question. As a business that is known for meeting in person, I think everyone comes in thinking where the clients is coming from. So this is a cool thing. One, yes,
You know, I'm gonna
the
put that up
industry.
on the. I'm gonna put that up on the screen too. I think that's again that goes with the concerns, right, of client acquisition. So I'll scroll up just to make sure it's seen there.
Mhm.
And okay, so everybody that's tuning on the YouTube channel right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and read it so that you guys can understand what exactly Kenny is talking about on IG. So taxes and revenue says, okay, lastly, so as a business that is known for meeting in person, I think everyone comes in thinking, where will the clients come from? Because I don't trust just anyone online with my stuff. Great question. Let's see
I
what my
have an
man
answer
Kenny
for
got to
that.
say.
So this is you know, this is why the morning hustle was created, right? Because we were engaging with people. This is what I like.
We want.
I,
This is what we
I
want.
I can't speak to the camera by myself. I like to have conversations.
New York City, baby.
So there you go. I'm taking over that city. So the cool thing is this. This is where we touched on earlier, where you have to build relationships in this business, right? I have clients that I literally spoke to them. I would review their tax return done by someone else for 2-3 years before they became my client, right? I was building trust. So they would go ahead and literally do their tax return with someone else and did not feel comfortable. And with time and having conversation and me giving them all this free information, they would let me review it and explain it to them. Eventually, they felt comfortable. Not saying that I did this with every single person, but there is going to be a handful of people that don't trust. So you have to build that trust with time, right? There's clients that I'll sit down, I'll go over their situation. Business clients that it's a great profit margin, and I'll review their information and say, you know what, you're good where you are. And I died on.
You died again?
I died on the phone. It's one of those things. Give me 1 second.
It's all good, baby. We're gonna go back Dolo Molo while my man Ken Dog powers up. But yeah, taxes and revenues, man. I'll just put you up on the screen again, just to you know, kind of look at the excuse me, the question again. So okay, lastly, I'm gonna okay, I gotta mute my man Kenny. Kenny's out of control right now. Okay, lastly, so as a business that is known for meeting in person, I think everyone comes in thinking, where will the clients come from? Because I don't trust just anyone online with my stuff. Okay, so great, right? So what I'm gonna say about this is that yes, right? For the most part, when you grew up, let me just bring Kenny back on real quick, guys. He's fighting the Matrix agents trying to stay on. You see that? They're trying to keep him down, but he's coming back, rolling with the punches. Here we go. Kenny back on the got him. All right. So I was going to touch on it real quick, Ken, you know what I mean? You know, because that is something that, especially with the older crowd, you know, that you'll be servicing, you'll probably get that. Like, okay, well, you're going to do my taxes. Where do I have to go? And this is one of the things that as an entrepreneur and as a tax preparer in this day and age, we're sort of the people that are kind of going to be responsible for the transitioning of those older people or the people that are less tech savvy. We actually are in that transitional period. And I mean, look, we've been transitioning for a long time. You know, I mean, this day and age, if you don't know how to use that phone or you don't know how to email, I mean, you could probably go 20 years ago, you know, 25, you would probably be okay if you weren't emailing and being on a computer. But we're in that transitional time right now where we're also serving as those agents, if you call it, you know, that are going to be transitioning a lot of people into the digital space. Yeah, you can. This is why being personable, right, and targeting those circles around you. Obviously, you can target everybody online digitally because there's a lot more eyes, for instance, on IG, Facebook, and these different platforms. But you know, it's very important to get personable. You know what I mean? And making sure that you have those phone calls. All right. You can't just put it out there online and expect people to trust you. You know, there has to be a basis for that. So if you guys are looking to acquire new clients and you're wondering where are they going to come from, well, they usually tell you, if get your support from the immediate people around you. If you can get some support from them. And I talk about the 3 circles: the inner circle, the second circle, which is the people you interact with, coffee, supermarket, gas station. Then you have your outer circle where you have to go actually and be a salesman. Look for opportunities, put yourself in places like Kenny says that normally you wouldn't put yourself in. And this doesn't have to be a social anxiety for you. These are calculated situations that you can plan for. You can say, hey, listen, today I'm going to go to the coffee shop. Usually I see Wilma, John, and Earl, and I'm going to bring my cards with me. I'm going to have a little bit of talk with them. What is your pitch? What are you saying to these clients? Oh, I'm a tax preparer. That's it. Ask a little bit more questions. Are you a W-2 employee? Are you 1099? Oh yeah, of course. I've done several of those. And if you're a new tax partner, you already done several of those because in the mock-ups you're doing them, and they throw everything at you in the mock-ups.
It's a very simple thing.
Oh shit, Kendo!
Back
like he never left. Let me bring him.
Very simple approach. Every single person, every single day, someone asks you how you're doing. It's a simple small talk, right? I don't like small talk. So the moment someone asks me how I am doing, my immediate response is, I'm doing great, super busy. I just been working on taxes.
Super busy.
Super busy. I just been handling some taxes. Right?
So you mentioned you're mentioning you're mentioning your business. You're mentioning what you're doing, right?
So it's either 2 things. Either the person's gonna tell me, oh, cool, brush me off, keep it moving, ask me about something else. Or they're going to say, tell me more.
Tell me more. Tell me more. So you see, this is what I like to call, a little bit of bait, a little bit of fish hooking. Right. You know what I'm saying? You don't always got to come off as that salesman guy. Listen, there's stigmas towards that, Oh, this guy's just trying to sell me something. No. Don't come off as so salesman. Come off as somebody that's trying to provide a service.
Correct, champ. You asked me how's my day. If you did not care, then you should not ask me how's my day. I'm not selling you anything. I'm telling you what's my day. If I leave here, Ken, how's your day? My day has been amazing. I was on a podcast this morning. We talked about taxes. Oh, tell me more, right? I'm not selling you're asking me. You're asking me to volunteer information. So I just did.
No, it's crazy, right?
That's a simple, hey, how you doing? Hey, it's
how easy is it to talk about taxes during tax season, Kenny?
It could be anything.
Listen, everybody's doing their taxes, y'all. So if you're trying to acquire clients during tax season, guess what? It's not harder. It's easier. It's easier to acquire these clients, and you just got to open your mouth up sometimes. And then I'm going back to tax and revenues, because I really wanted to just kind of finish off on what she was trying to drive.
I have some stuff too for her.
So because I don't trust anyone online. Okay, yeah, that's another thing. You're uploading important documents. Who are these people? So you have to come off as a very credible company. Remember, you are in a partnership with Truthful Taxes, a tax business has been around for years and years. 15 plus, right? Yeah. So you have that credibility that automatically when you come onto this partnership, you're not a lone ranger. You have 15 years and you're backed up by God knows how many tax partners in support that are going to support you and help you and elevate you in every way, in which way possible. So, you're coming on not as a lone ranger. You have access to that type of support.
That's the value of this, is the fact that you have 400 people. So the tax world and certain industries is based on experience, right? So I came from a space in management on one industry, and I remember wanting to experience everything. I wanted to experience everything in that space because I knew guys that were in the industry for 20 years and they ran away from the smoke, right? So they never had the experience. They never gained the experience. In this space, when it comes to taxes is scenario based. Got me?
Got you, man. I'm interfacing like Wizard of Oz.
No, I see that. I see you doing your producer thing. So what happens is that, sorry, I'm hearing myself twice, but
it's okay.
You hear me?
Yeah, no, it's the speaker is probably coming out of your IG, your phone. Just put all the volume all the way down, and you won't hear that. They'll be able to hear you, but you won't be able to hear that feedback.
Cool. But yeah, talking to taxes and revenue, you mentioned. And
I
that's
don't
what
want to give my
like.
information to just anybody online.
So this is cool. There's no excuses. If you speak to me, if I support about 50 tax partners, I it's going to be tough when you speak to someone like myself. You speak to someone like John, Al sees it. We're solution based. So you give me a problem, I'm going to give you a solution. After a while, you're going to realize that you're either not going to you're not going to call me because you don't want to hear a solution. Most people don't want to hear a solution. Most people want to talk about the problem. We don't really do that. I don't do that at all.
Yeah. Talking about the problem and then talking about the problem, trying to find solutions.
No, we're solution. You give me a problem. So I'm going to give you an example. If you were at the holiday party, I gave someone an award. And one of the things I mentioned about that particular person, which I have not done, and I don't know anyone else that does this.
I do
consistently, or that I know of, right? Yeah. I'm sure other people are doing it. But this particular person has a demographic of clients that
a little on the older side, right?
Older side or language barriers or whatever the case. And that person goes around and to people's homes and does their taxes in front of them. I'm going to be honest with you. I do a lot. I'm willing to step out the box. But I'm probably not going to be entertaining a lot of clients that I have to go to their home and do their taxes.
But just so I could just like jump in real quick, but that's a great way to acquire clients.
Oh,
especially if it's in your first year of acquiring clients. You want to be personable. You want to be able to offer the extra services, and you may not offer them always, because as you grow, you're going to be limited to what you can do.
She's killing it.
But
I'm telling you right now. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
You know why it's great? Because she's doing the legwork. She's going to their home. But trust me, year 2, year 3, those people are now comfortable, and now she taught them how to go digital.
Absolutely.
Right? So she's converting them. Trust me. It's something that so someone like Jocelyn, when she says the people don't trust, so I might not trust someone. Look, I have a solution, and I know it's a solution because I know people that are doing it, right? When people tell me, oh, I have XYZ, I have these responsibilities, I get it. But I could give you examples of 10 other tax partners that are in your same situation or probably worse, and they're doing it. So it doesn't come down to it's an excuse. And when you have a million examples of people doing otherwise, then it's tough for me to just agree with you. I might give you the information so that you know it's possible. I'm not saying that you want to provide an excuse. You might just not know that there's a solution to your problem. Hit me up. Hit the DMs. Hit me up. Contact. There's different ways of contacting us. And I guarantee that we're going to find a solution. There is success, right? And that's not just in the tax partner program. That is in business. What I do aside from the tax partner is business development, business branding. I find solutions. I create structure for your business. It is a lot easier than what you think. Taxes and revenues, practice on 2 things. You can start the tax year with this. Find someone that is talkative and is willing to promote you. It could be your cousin, your aunt, your brother, whoever it is. We all have one person. Do that person's taxes for free. In return,
buy that time forward.
There you go. In return, that person is your walking billboard. They're going to promote you. They're going to bring you on. And your job is to provide the service once they're there. That's
absolutely. It. Shout out real quick to RP again. He's real funky right now and live and activated on the chat. So shout out to you, RP, aka Quest on IG. He says, it all starts with your very close network, family, friends, and those close to them, word of mouth. Works great in the beginning. After that, once you prove yourself, the work speaks for itself. So again, what you were saying, brother, once I think it was Jaylene Laylene,
Jocelyn.
the one that you presented the award for, right?
Oh, that was Eileen Johnson.
Eileen Johnson. Yeah. Sorry if I fumbled the name there, but I remember, you know, and it was pretty cool that she did that, and you know, she was able to do that. And again, guys, you see what she did, right? You got to get creative, and everybody's situation, everybody's social circle is different. You know, not everybody's cookie cut out the same way. So you have to really gain ground on what exactly is the pool that you have or the circles that you have, and you have to get creative with client acquisition. She got creative. She had the time. She was willing, and she went and made these transactions and transitions personable, and she was able to.
Just so that
I mean, she had the time because she made the time. You understand what I'm saying?
Because
she had the time because she made the time. So what I'm saying to the people that are listening is that she made the time. So she made the time.
Just Al, when I say she made the time is so I don't want anyone to hit me with the but I work. Or
that was coming.
No, she works. The calls that I get at 11 o'clock at night because she's at someone's home at 11 o'clock at night is every single day or every other day during tax season. So it's not that she had the time, she made the time, right? She locked in for 4 months and said, this is my time. This is my time to make annual worth of income in 4 months. So she made the time. For those that say I don't have the time, I know someone like Lorena that wakes up at 4 a.m. and does all types of research. And when it comes to taxes, she's a monster when it comes to
huge shout out to Lorena,
right?
man.
But I do know she's up at 4 a.m. I'm not up at 4 a.m.
Right, 4 a.m. club. Get up, Kenny.
I'm not up at 4 a.m. I might be going to bed at 4 a.m, but I'm not waking up at 4 a.m.
Yo, Ken got the reverse schedule, guys. Don't be mad at Kenny if he came on the show with the alfalfa little piece of hair sticking up still. That man goes to sleep at 4 working, all right?
Yeah, I grind. So it's what I say that to say is there's no excuses in this space. If you think about it, every business is a risk. You have to put in the work. I have businesses that I operate for more than a year, don't see a dollar, but I work at it every single day. And eventually it'll click. So Jocelyn, hit me up if you have any questions from one shop person to another. I'll give you as much feedback, as much information as possible. Trust me, step out your comfort zone. It's going to take a while. Don't rush the process. Just understand you have to work towards it. And
absolutely.
Keep pushing.
Put a little something in the bucket every day. Just a little
every
something.
Single day, little push. Talk to one person at least once a day. And in the meantime, trust me, you have someone that talks around you. You have a chat. You're in a group chat. Something. Someone is going to be your walking billboard for you. They're either going to do it out of the kindness of their heart, or you know, give them.
Be the salesman. I can't stress it enough. Be the salesman. Don't be afraid. Listen, you don't have to be this social butterfly to attain clients. You just got to be prepared. I said something the other day. Victory loves preparation. All right.
Correct.
Victory loves preparation. All right. You will win if you prepare. But if you don't prepare, if you're not writing down a list, you're leaving it all to thought. Everything stays up here and never gets executed. All right. I'm going to say it again. If you're not taking physical action with the thoughts and the planning that are happening up here, it's dead. It's dead. It's not doing nothing. You can have the greatest ideas. If you're not executing the ideas, if you're not acting, you're not doing it. So execution, all right, guys, don't be afraid to execute. Don't be afraid to say, you know what? I'm tired of the monotony, the everyday thing that I'm doing. I got to add something in this schedule to grow this business. What am I going to do today? Am I going to interact with those people that I buy my coffee off of? Am I going to go ahead and interact with those people that I drop my kids off of for childcare? Who are the people around you? You have to get aware. You have to be aware. If you're opening up a business in any field, this is the tax business. This is such a good business. All right, guys, I'm not just a salesman here, and I'm also going to be a support for over 40 bilingual because I'm thinking they speak English and Spanish, but mostly it's going to be a Spanish speaking group. So shout out to all my Latinos and Latinas out there. I'm looking forward to being a support for you guys and new partnerships that are coming in. So, the company within itself is evolving. There's a lot more opportunities opening up with Truthful Taxes, being Leo, the new software that we're going to be using. That's going to just like skyrocket us into a whole nother multi-service realm. And again, I couldn't stress it enough for you guys to, kind of touch into the salesman side of yourself so that you can build this business and not be afraid to invest in yourself. All right. You're investing in yourself and you're with a company that's covering the costs up front. All right. You're getting a full education. You're getting the support that you need. All you have to do is plan to acquire these clients. All right. I know that for a lot of people that are coming in the beginning, that $300 a month is a concern. And we shouldn't even have to sit here and tiptoe around it. It's an investment in itself. I was talking to my dad the other day, and, it's my third year, going on my third year in a partnership. And it's crazy because people go to college for 4 years. People take out student loans. I know people, doctors, okay, that are knee deep in hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt in investing in themselves. Okay. This is a program that you will finish in 50 hours. And afterwards you will be equipped with a full team and a box in a business with a laptop and everything else. It's not going to grow itself. You have to be able to plan and put your part in so that you're saying, you know what? This is not a risk. This is an investment in myself. And I know I can do this. Because guess what, guys? 380 million Americans and ongoing, because it only keeps, we're populating like a motherfucker. So the number keeps going up. That whole 380 million is a potential customer. Everybody in the United States has to do their taxes. We're not selling hats. We're not offering one business that it's only going to be accessible to a certain amount of clients because that's what that business entails. No, this is a business.
Everyone's a potential client.
Everybody's a potential client. So guys, gain confidence from this. And don't make the mistake of giving up on yourself. I told my friend, do not act that he asked me, yo, Al, man, I need some advice. I told him, you want my advice? You want any mentorship from me? And I was flattered, right? He's a great, good friend of mine, And I told him, I was like, don't act out of fear. Act off of metrics and data.
Correct.
That's how you're going to make solid decisions in your life. So you make that list and you get the plan together, and say, you know what? If I put my part in, I will be successful. But don't shy away from investing in yourself and potentially changing your life because you're in fear. It's only a little bit of advice from Alex.
Correct. And a guy at Redline Tax Solutions touched on it. So don't forget about other revenue generating opportunities.
Oh, see, I'm not even tapping into that yet, Kenny.
So we're not
even tapping in. We're not tapping into that yet because that is still yet to come.
Correct.
We're just telling you guys what the normal has been here at Truthful Taxes, but this company, along with the Leo, is about to catapult somewhere else. There's going to be other income revenues that are going to be available to each tax partner coming in. See, a lot of the people probably don't know that, Some people
they know. I think I'm gonna touch on a few things, right? So that currently exists, and what Leo is doing is just streamlining it so that we can maximize in every single dollar. But we already offer tax repair solutions. We tax boosting programs with trade lines and repair. We already have this. This is a service you can provide right now. There's a mortgage referral. That's a service we provide right now. There is expense management, which is True Receipt. That is a service you provide right now. So there is different ways of making money. All right. Aside from that, Leo is just a software designed, customly designed for us so that we streamline every process, right? So what we've learned in the last 5 years and 15 years of Trupod Tax being around is that there's a lot of manual stuff that we deal with. Yeah. This Leo software makes everything just amazing. I call this an X-ray, right? you put your client through an X-ray machine, and it pops up with everything that's wrong with them. And your job is just to provide the service. So by the time they go in through our Leo software, it's, I don't want to touch on it because it's dropping like in the next 2 weeks for everyone. But it's super, super dope. Everyone is going to have their own customized portal website that when your client goes to upload their information, they're uploading at taxes and revenues. They're uploading at DMG management. They're uploading at Redline tax solutions. It's not a, so you're having your private
and my man Kenny's gonna turn down that volume. It's coming out of his IG.
Nah, I lost you. I'm not hearing you on the stream.
Off the stage. So
Appreciate
again,
that. I'm back. Yo,
yeah.
guys.
No, you were on the whole time. It was me.
Gotcha. So, but yeah, definitely. The Leo software, I'm super hyped. Not just for myself, for the other partners and my clients, man. I have clients that is going to love this. I'm going to be able to provide services they unaware of. I've used this example.
They don't know.
Back to building relationships. When I handle your finance side, it might take 2-3 years for me to find out you have a 500 credit score because you're probably not comfortable telling me this. With the Leo program, I'm going to find out in 30 minutes, right? And once I find this out, you have brand new credit in 30 days, right? Because that's how good we are. Horizon 360 is a game changer. Trust me.
Flawless victory.
Trust me. There's no one like Horizon 360 in the game.
There's a lot of new stuff that's going to be activated with Leo, and I guess we can't speak too much on it because it's almost about to break out, especially for all the existing Truthful Taxes partners. I mean, anybody that's not going to be along for this ride, man, I feel sad. I wish everybody that's currently with us is still with us when this drops, because this is definitely going to be a game changer. Redline, on the IG mentioned this is going to provide other income streams for the existing tax partnerships. So this is going to be a huge deal, especially during the off season. During the off-season taxes, taxes usually have a season, right? And of course, you can file taxes throughout the year.
Correct.
That entails more of maybe tax planning, extensions, and such. But again,
Correct.
With this Leo, you're going to be able to continue, bringing in that revenue. And I could say more, but I won't say more, right? And we'll wait for the 2 weeks to go ahead and take place so that we can talk a little bit more about it.
Champ. I have a I'm gonna touch on that, right? And I have a meeting at 12, so I'm gonna jump off.
Yeah, man, we did good today, bro. We've been on for an hour and 23 minutes.
I told you I love this. Every chance I get, if my schedule permits, I'm gonna be on there. I'm gonna be on the morning hustle a few times a week, right? So, hey, my guy. I know. I see it. I got you though. I'm gonna send it to you in before my meeting. But I'm going to say this when we talk about tax season, right? Yes, there is a tax season, but the tax season is all 12 months, right? So just for those new guys and those people, is keep that in mind all year round. All year round, either you're doing something tax related, or you're building your brand, or you're tweaking what so it's all year round.
Further education. There's so much you can do.
And I know this. The reason why I say this, and I'm going to take the last 2 minutes that I'm going to be on this live and on the stream, is to say is I know, especially the new guys, that tax season is over. They close their laptop and then it's on to the next season.
They close their laptops and say that's it.
That's it.
No
Right.
way.
And that's the difference between, people that are doing it and those that my laptop is always turned on.
My
Right.
laptop stays on a charger.
On a charger, right? Because that's how we either furthering education, that's how we're learning, or we're working. We're working. We're dealing with clients. I have business clients that I'm filing the taxes right now as we speak.
Yeah.
Right in December when IRS is shut down. So yes, there is a tax season where you have the bulk of your clients, but it's all year round.
All year round, and again, all year round, you're able to file taxes up until what? Last extension, October 16th.
Correct. No, October 6th is the last extension.
Yeah.
This year, November, I believe 18th, IRS shut down, and they will reopen third week of January. But guess what? Guess what I was doing last week?
What are you doing?
I was in the post office mailing tax returns.
What?
Because we worked all year round.
You said mailing.
I
Yeah, some clients do require
I was
the mail.
mailing tax returns. Why? Because the person required
required through mail. Yeah.
Someone told me there was a problem. The IRS shut down, and I said as a solution,
That's
I'm
right.
gonna drop it off myself.
Do it the long way.
Pause.
Yo, real quick, RP says fear, an acronym, says fear stands for false evidence appearing real. Damn. Okay, never fear. All right, never fear. Never do things out of fear. Work off of metrics and data, and then make the appropriate changes and adjustments. We just talked a little bit more about what you can do during the off season. As Kenny pointed out, you can continue filing taxes. You can do tax planning. You can further your education in taxes. Listen, guys, when you're an entrepreneur, and you're taking on this seat, you have to really fill into this seat. You have to fill in those shoes, and you have to act like an entrepreneur and somebody that's really trying to grow a business. So, planning, again, victory loves preparation. If you're somebody that's working already and is looking to make some extra money, just make sure you have goals in mind. And listen, just like my man Antonio Crespi evolved from somebody that just needed an extra 10 to build that backyard. What was it? The deck, you know what I'm saying? And then he evolved into a Motro, aka Monster, in this game, right? He's been doing very, very well. And his business now is, really bringing in revenue.
He's a success. So this is a thing for people in our space, right? And just overall, like you said, preparation, right? I have a client in the fashion space, and I explained to him is back to the approach of side hustle. Never take the approach of a side hustle. I work on brands for a year before I make one post, right? DMG was rocking. DMG is something that I worked on for almost 2 years before I publicly presented. To this day, right? Because preparation is more important than anything else, right? So keep that in mind. Don't rush the process. I personally don't. I work on my own time. I drop when I feel like dropping. But the key thing is nothing is taken. I don't half-ass anything. I don't half-ass my business, my personal business on the pizzeria side. That is a franchise business that is going to be national in the next couple of years, right? We're reaching our third location with 3 more projected to open in 2024, 10 locations in the next 2 years, right? That is my business model. That is a business model where we are working towards something grand. If I tell you I'm only opening up a little pizzeria, then it's always going to remain as a little pizzeria. I don't do no little pizzerias. I have a massive brand. It's a massive brand. It's trademarked. It's trademarked nationally and internationally. So I never take the approach of a small business, right? I can say I have a small tax firm. I do not have a small tax firm because I don't take the approach of it being a small tax firm. I have clients with multi-million-dollar income. That's not a small tax firm, right? So absolutely. I tell that to say this to everyone. Whatever it is that you're working on, it's not a side hustle. Don't see it. If you come to me and I see that's your approach, I don't care if it's your business. I'm probably going to throw a jab in. And you know me, I always throw a jab. I always drop something. Hey, look, that's cute. but you're
That's cute.
that's cute, but we gotta do something better than that. You can do better, right?
Yeah.
If I believe in more in your brand or in your project or in your business, then there's a problem, right? And I see that
Absolutely.
happening a lot. I see me caring more about what you got going on than what you got going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
And that's accountability, responsibility, and you know, and you gotta be able to play things into action and believe. You know, people are gonna motivate you, but the
I'm a,
motivation has to deeply come in from within.
I tell this. I'm gonna give you a little thing with me is this. Don't if you don't want me to hold you accountable, don't tell me your ideas. Right? We have some new people on here, but if you don't want me to hold you accountable, don't tell me your ideas or don't even talk in front of me. Because if I hear you say, "Yo, I want to do this," or "I'm thinking of this," please best believe that I'm gonna be, "Hey, what's up with this thing that you told me in November? What's up? What you gonna do with that?"
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
No.
hit you with a couple of solutions, a couple of ideas, and then afterwards,
What
depending
did
on
you
your
do?
response,
Yeah.
based on your
Like, was
response,
there
I will.
was there was there any execution involved in
Was
this
there
talk
any
conversation?
execution? And if you tell me openly, look, I can't figure it out, then I'm here. I'm gonna give you the information. Hey, look, try this XYZ free, no charge.
Yeah.
Just because you telling me that you want to make this happen, so just
And again, with the Truthful Taxes partners that are just coming on, especially, right? Just make sure that you use your support, that you're asking the questions you need to ask in order for you to get more, familiar with the tax business, in order for you to get more, familiar with the tax codes and whatever you need to know in order to help the people that you're going to be offering your services to. And again, if you're just coming on, you've taken the course, you know how to prepare a W-2, 1099, and for the most part, usually for the beginners, those are the the returns that we see being prepared. So make sure that you're honing in on what you're going to be providing. If you have a pool of people that are mostly W-2s, make sure that you're practicing on making sure that you know the most about how to make sure that you can offer the most to your clients when you're filling out the 1040s, and you're inputting the data and you're asking the right questions. Just make sure you're familiar with what the services that you're going to be offering. If you are looking into doing taxes for a billionaire that has stocks and bonds and digital, if you're like studying that, but that's not in your immediate client pool, I'm not saying you're wasting your time, but there's a time to learn. There's a time to learn for any given situation. So it's like, if you're not in that situation yet, concentrate on the situation you're in. You can develop your skills as a tax professional after season a lot more comfortably than you would during tax season, because you're going to be so involved in your business. And if you're working in another job and you have other jobs, you got your plate pretty full. So make sure you know how to dive into certain informations, because the tax code is long. What is it? 6,000, 30,000 pages? I don't know. It's ridiculous. All right. So don't be the person that's just going to lean into trying to know the most and kind of like over plating your plate, so to speak, because you're going to find yourself very frustrated. You're going to find yourself with anxiety. Lean on your support, lean on the sources that Truthful Taxes is offering you, so that you can have less anxiety during the tax season. All right. And don't forget about the client acquisition, the salesman stuff that we've talked about during this show. We've been on for an hour and a half. I appreciate my man Ken Dog coming on. It's always a vibe, when he comes along. So, we expect him to be here once or twice a week, right, Ken?
Once or twice a week, I'm here. I love this. The morning hustle, the morning fuel. Tax partners, anyone on this live, any questions regarding anything, hit me, DM me.
Or if not, you know what's better? So we can activate this show. Go to YouTube, leave the questions, comments, anything, suggestions. Listen, guys, again, we're building this community for us, not for me, not for Kenny. It's for us. So the more we engage with you guys, the more we're able to kind of figure out what topics especially are worth talking about currently during this tax season and during other seasons. So make sure that you stick with us on YouTube. Shout out to everybody that tuned in with us on the IG family. I'll let Ken, say goodbye and give you his handles for his social media platforms.
So before we end, and on the next live, we're gonna put the YouTube link on the bottom so people know. So definitely go over to YouTube, hit subscribe, hit like. That's where we're gonna be at. That's where we're live streaming. This is just a little intro for our IG family. IG family, if you're not following, if you're on here and do not follow me, I have a whole bunch of Instagrams. I'm paused.
You're paused? Where?
Yeah, on IG.
Oh yeah, on IG you're paused, but you're live on the show still.
Got you. But I think you're paused on that side. You guys see me? Hear me?
Yeah. We see you, champ. It was paused because I was
Got you.
right. So for the IG family right now, if you guys missed the entire show, the link is up on the IG right now for the show. It's a YouTube link. So for anybody that missed the show on IG, and if you're on with us right now, maybe you wanted to kind of fill in to an earlier part of the show where we talk about the direct file program that the IRS is offering. We talked about what states are participating in the pilot. We talked about what credits are going to be calculated, what sorts of income are going to be calculated within the first phase of this pilot program. And of course, we segued into a ton more other stuff, especially the tax partnership and the importance of client acquisition and preparing so that you're not full of anxiety and fear and acting upon fear. Don't give up on yourself out of fear. All right.
Never.
Make sure you're acting upon metrics. And for those that were lucky to listen to this program, there's plenty of good information that'll kind of give you the confidence and to know how to do that. All right. And of course, we're going to be coming back on every day. It's the morning hustle, and we'll keep talking about business, finances within the culture. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. This is YouTube, Trupod, IG, Kenny.
There you go.
Handles.
I have a whole bunch of handles. So
Well, hit them with the handle. Handle your handle.
Take out a pen and paper. There's obviously this page right here, Mr. Kenneth J. This is my personal side.
That's it. You took too long. That's it.
Now I have Decoded Management Group. Decoded Management
Let's
Group.
go.
That's the business management financial service company. Then you have Wahiza Broadway. Wahiza Broadway, that is the pizzeria.
Go check that Chimi Pizza, B. Chimi Pizza and that Oxtail Pizza. Yo, the Oxtail Pizza don't even got no sauce. And the damn pie tastes slamming.
So hit that up. If you see, we appreciate all the reshares, all the shares, the reshares, the referrals. I appreciate all. I appreciate everyone for that. So those are my 3 handles. I got more, but you know.
Damn, this guy. When I said handle your handle, he really talking about handling his handle.
There you go. We working. We working. We are working 24/7. I've got to have a meeting. I appreciate you guys. See you next week.
See you next week, because he ain't coming tomorrow, right? He ain't coming tomorrow.
No, tomorrow I'm booked. Meetings all day. Friday I'm booked. So see you next week. Appreciate you. Please go to YouTube. Please hit the subscribe button. And please, what's this? Day 3 of the new year. Let's keep up the momentum. Bro. Let's keep up the momentum. Let's try new things. Let's push. No more BS. No more excuses. You know, just be consistent. Push.
Let's go.
If you need it, hit me up. We're always pushing. You know, Champ is always pushing me. We always working.
We working while they sleeping. All right.
There you go.
Let's go.
Peace
Kenny,
out.
thank you again for coming on, bro. We're gonna let Kenny go, but we want him back. All right. We want him back. Champ, IG family, man. Flyboy Lifestyle just joined us on the IG family. We're gonna let go. Peace out to the IG family. We're gonna close up the program today, but Flyboy, man, stop by, or if not, hit that link that we just put on the IG. Go check out the program. There was some good information given out. Of course, you know how we do it here at Trupod. You know, talking business within the culture, taxes especially. Obviously, this is powered by Truthful Taxes. So make sure you go check out the website. Make sure that you're reaching out to your tax preparer within the company. If you're already prepared, you know, if you got that ADP, maybe you got your W-2 in already. Just making sure that you guys are prepared. We talked a bunch today. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. This is the Morning Hustle with Alex Doomsday Linus. Special guest was Kenneth George. So make sure you check us out. And again, I can't stress it enough. I am a tax professional licensed in all 50 states. So if you guys that know me personally on the program and want to prepare for your tax preparation this year, if maybe you want to have a follow-up call. I know I got a call coming up right now with one of my good friends in the boxing space. So make sure that you reach out to me through the YouTube channel, through IG, on Trupod or Alex Doomsday Linus. And yeah, if you're looking forward to maybe picking me or my tax partner, my lady, which you guys are going to be seeing this logo a lot more now, Diva Girl Finance. And I'll go ahead, you know what, I'll remove. Oh, all right. Diva Girl Finance. All right. So you guys got to see it, but I think I should have gotten a different background, right? Again, Diva Girl Finance. Go ahead and go to the page, IG Diva Girl Finance. There's some pretty cool things that are going to be coming up on that page. If not, you can reach out to me directly, Alex Doomsday Linus. I'm ranting, but I'm out of here, guys. I got to go get a bagel or a hash brown. Nah, I think I'll pick something much, much more healthier than that. So check you guys out. Let's see. You see what Google just told me? Said time for lunch. Get up. I'm out of here. Peace.
Why they talking like they go? Just don't provoke me, cause I don't need no cellmate. I'm in a 2-seat, doing drops like a mailman. This ain't no hoopty ass, she riding, she's a hell yeah. No, I won't lose sleep about no pussy, I'm like farewell. Yeah. I'm outside. I know how it feel to see your homie switch sides. I know how to put that Rolls Royce shit in drive. I know how to load a clip and shoot, we gotta ride. You ain't gotta lie to me, baby, no. You know it's a vibe every time we catch him off sides, he won't make it, no.